Hello there, guys. You're probably wondering, why are we back outside? And no, I wasn't kicked out again. I just figured that, it's nice outside, and I just wanted to give a little update for, the channel and things like that. And I figured outside, sunny, get some vitamin D in the system. And this is basically it. There's no skit for the start of this video, but even though when you are opening this video up, you're probably thinking, oh, it's probably an April Fool's joke. Trust me, it's not. If it was an April Fool's joke, I would have said something like, I don't know, like I lost the game, or I don't know what kind of BS. I would have made the thumbnail actually clickbait worthy, but this is a video game news. This is a video game channel. Like, this is just me. So no skits planned. I just wanted to give like a minute or two of talking about some future updates, things like that. As you can see, the quality has been different by an extraordinary amount. We have a new camera, the Canon M50. There'll probably be some sort of like fun little montage of me showing the box it came with and just, I don't know, probably tossing it or something. I'm not 100% sure on how I'll do that. Most likely but we have new equipment, thankfully, because of the support you guys have been giving me it tremendously. We've also reached 400 subscribers, which I can't thank you guys enough. I was so happy we managed to reach that monthly goal. Hopefully for April we will reach 500, maybe even more. Shoot for the stars. But that's basically it. Just wanted to give you this moment of thanks. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel, supporting the content, and making sure that I'm just being myself, with you guys, having this conversation and things like that. So enough about me here in the nice outdoors. Let's head back inside and discuss what today's episode is all about. So I'll see you guys soon. Wow, can't believe it. It's been 1 year since Persona 5 Royal. And if we're counting the original, it's been almost 3-4 years, not even 5 if you're counting the 2016 Japanese release compared to the 2017 delayed March release of the original Persona 5. But it's just crazy to think that it's been 1 whole year since Persona 5 Royal was released for the Western audience. Because of course, Japanese-wise, it was released around September, October of 2019, if I recall, but I honestly don't remember. But point is, many of you guys are asking yourselves 2 questions. Number 1, why are you suddenly doing a Persona video? And I'll gladly answer that question because I feel like it, obviously. Like, come on, like, I'm not just wired to do just those videos, or even Bayonetta and things, so I figured, let's bring Persona into the mix. And number 2, why exactly Persona 5 Royal? And that's a very good question because, truth be told, Persona 5 is a very, very cherished game. And that's why I wanted to look back into it, the retrospective, in regards to both Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. More so Persona 5 Royal, because this is going to be uploaded the day before its official release date for the West, which was March 31st of 2020. So obviously this is going to be on April Fool's. So many of you are probably thinking, is this an April Fool's joke? It's not an April Fool's joke. If you saw already the first 2 minutes of this video, I'm not baiting you guys. But going back to this whole retrospective thing, I figured it's been a while since I actually spoke heavily about Persona, because I know there's already plenty of other YouTubers out there that are like, that's their main focus. They talk about Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and anything Atlus related. And I can give you 2 in the back of my head, which are probably in a card popping up, or I don't know. But if you know, you know. But for me, I wanted this to be very, not cliche, because Persona 5 in particular is a very, I think a very important game for me, and that's why I wanted to make this retrospective, not as like a review video or things like that, because if it weren't for Persona 5, just me playing that game, just playing my first Atlus Persona-esque style game, I don't think I'd be able to be here, you know, because, and I probably said this numerous times in, you know, all my podcasts, things like that, that Persona 5 is very dear to my heart because I've met so many, you know, amazing people. I've experienced such a lovely atmosphere within it, and I remember doing so much at that time, and from a personal connection, like Persona 5 really hits hard for me, especially Royal, because, you know, back in the original release of Persona 5, I was playing it when I had to transfer schools, and it was like high school. I was like a sophomore when Persona 5, the original, came out, and it just made me feel like, it just made me feel more comfortable meeting new people and enjoying a new high school atmosphere, since I was switching schools at that time, and me replaying that game was such an amazing, you know, it hit home for me, and I was so happy that that game in particular made me remind myself that it's okay to experience, you know, new people, new experiences, to make new memories, and that, you know, the world is as big as it can get, and there's just so many people out there that, you know, you can reach out to, and you can express your feelings, or like your personality towards too, and, you know, and it's okay to be yourself as well, and that's why it hits hard for me in regards to Persona 5 the original. But since this is mainly focused on Persona 5 Royal, it's just that we're talking about a game that helped me a lot transitioning from 2 different high schools, and made me want to meet new people, made me want to, you know, start doing content. I remember doing fan fiction at the time, and I just wanted to get involved, and I'm glad that from a fan fiction writer to a content creator making YouTube videos and funny haha memes, I'm glad that Persona 5 was the game that made me start this whole journey. Now, in regards to Persona 5 Royal, now that retrospect, since it's officially 1 year after its release, or a year and a day, but you know how I am, I'm always late to these things. But in regards to Persona 5 Royal, that game was amazing. It amplified everything that the original game had in terms of story, content, gameplay, it for sure gameplay, because I remember at certain parts that Persona 5 felt a little dragged out in certain sections, and it felt short in others. And with Persona 5 Royal, it helped that a lot. It balanced the dungeon scaling, it balanced the battle system, everything felt much easier. But also at the same time, since it was a game that I've already experienced, just with added, you know, content and a whole new story after the events of you know, how the first game ended, it was just very interesting for me. Like, obviously I did the Izanagi no Okami grind, where I just use him and, you know, Myriad Truths, because I just wanted to see that new content, and the new content that game presented was some of the best. Like Kazumi Yoshizawa, Maruki, Taguro Maruki, just the third semester arc was incredible, and it also resonated with a lot of people, including myself, because, and no spoilers for this, because if you haven't played already, either the original or Royal, to be honest, stay away from the original. I'm not saying it's not a good game. It is an amazing game, and it's like $15 now. But if you want a full-on package, please, I highly recommend Royal, because it has what the original had, obviously, but more. So if you haven't played Persona 5, go play Royal. Go play the Royal Edition. It's probably cheap now, and you know, just go play it. Just play that game. But in regards to, you know, how I felt about the game, the retrospective of all this is that it also hit home. But it hit home in the sense of, like, you know, Persona 5 helped me, like I've said, it helped me with, you know, the teenage era, you know, from 16, 17 and onwards. Like that, it helped me a lot from realizing that, you know, I'm just a teenager. But playing Persona 5 Royal after graduating from high school and starting college, and then obviously the pandemic, it made me realize that the world is far more capable of dealing things on its own than you think. And it's a very mature way of saying that you have actions that will create a shift in the world, whether directly or indirectly. And Persona 5 Royal showed me that tremendously, because the story arcs, the story beats were of course similar to Persona 5. Of course they were. But with the Kazumi arc, with Maruki and the third semester, it's like, we gotta take action. We can't just live in a dream world and just pretend that everything's going to be okay because we live in this dream world. No. At a certain point, we have to grow up. We have to take action. We have to start doing things that we feel uncomfortable doing. And that's the retrospective that I want to talk about with Persona 5 Royal. Gameplay's good. You know, obviously, like, they amplified the RPG elements. They made it seem more action RPG. And obviously, there is Persona 5 Strikers that I hope to get my hands on playing soon, and also talk about Persona 5 Strikers and maybe Atlus's future as a whole, because there's also Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming in. Can't wait to have that as my first Shin Megami Tensei experience. And, you know, I just want to see what Atlus has plans moving forward. I want to see that as well. But Persona 5 Royal is an amazing game. It is an amazing game in the sense that, obviously, if you love RPGs, you will obviously enjoy this game. This game's a 10 out of 10 for a reason. And it's not an exaggeration either. Everybody gives this game a 10 out of 10. If anything, it will be a 9.5 out of 10, because there are some sort of plot inconsistencies and things like that. But I'm not Ozzy. Like I said, if you wanna actually have that, Ozzy's your go-to guy. I'm just here talking about my personal experiences with Persona 5 Royal and how I felt playing the game and what I technically, you know, grasped from the game. So just go play the game. That's all I have to say for this retrospective. This isn't a video essay. This isn't just me making funny haha skits, and, you know, although I wish I could, but it's a quick video that I just want to express my thoughts towards and say thank you, because Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal really defined my adolescence, and really, I guess in a way, reminded me to create a strong foundation for my adulthood, because that's the arc I'm going with now. 20 years old until 30, that's establishing, you know, the type of lifestyle you want to have, the type of person that you will become. And so with Persona 5 Royal, it just told me that, obviously a bunch of other stuff like real world stuff also told me this as well, but just Persona 5 and platinuming that game, 100%ing that game, honestly, like compared to Persona 5, I barely platinumed that one, but Persona 5 Royal, I made sure to get that platinum. Like, if you want the proof, here's the proof. There's the platinum that I got. But it's just that it taught me a lot, and it showed me, in a sense, that there is a lot to look forward to in life, you know? And if that was the message that I wanted to teach its players, well then, it really taught me that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I was so close to tearing up, but, you know, it's you'll see me tear up on camera someday soon. But just know that I love you guys all to 120. Comment down below what Persona 5 means to you, and what are you looking forward to in terms of what Atlus has planned. And share your stories. Share your stories of Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, what those games did to you, how they resonated with you, and just know that I will always love you guys to 120. And I hope to see you all in that next amazing video.